Okay, I'm up here on the hilltop looking over the national park in New Haven, Half Moon Bay. This is the opposite side of the ocean front. We're looking out. When I say ocean front, I'm talking about the Atlantic side. This is the Caribbean side, looking out over the national park. It's kind of late in the day. Sun might be making this a little bit hard to see, but you got all kinds of wild hogs in here. I've seen quite a few of them. Wild goats up on this hilltop. Great place to go hiking. This is a really neat place to come. And if you're in Frigate Bay, you can literally, you don't need a car. You can come hiking up here. Great place to go. I'm going to show you a great place to live too. The views up here. That's the Caribbean side over here. And this side over here is the Atlantic side. And I'm going to kind of walk down here and show you a little bit on the views down here. Lot prices here run anywhere from around 10 to 17 US a square foot. Some even higher, depends on the view. The higher up you are, the more costly it is. But your views are a lot better. It's easier to resell when you're up higher. Also, folks, if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do three things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And number two is I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. Number three is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. This is in a country that has no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. This is St. Kitts. We're in New Haven, Half Moon Bay area. You can see, just to give you an idea, this is a 5-star resort. That's called Koi Resort, and Imperial Bay is right next to it. It's oceanfront citizenship development. So you can imagine, you know, this is a nice area. You got homes that are $1 million homes here. And, you know, it's, like I said, this is the time in St. Kitts to be buying because the dollar is at a real high point. You'd probably notice that the pound sterling, euro, is taking some really steep falls. Pound hit about almost 1-to-1 to US dollar. And that's the best time to be buying in emerging markets because the dollar is at a real peak now. When it starts to take a nosedive, that's when it gets cheaper to buy properties over here and the floodgates open. This is the best time to do it. This is what happened in Panama back around 2000. It happened also here, and that's the best time to actually be buying. Now, like I said, anywhere from around, the real choice lots are going to run you anywhere from around 10, 17 to 20 US dollars a square foot. We've got two over here, matter of fact, just to show you the views. Great thing too is if you come down here, you buy a lot, you don't even have to do it for citizenship. You can come down here for residency purposes and just build your own house. You can pick wherever you want to do it. And if you do that, then you're looking at, as long as it's $300,000, the lot and the, you know, the building together, then you qualify for permanent residency, okay? Now, the advantage of that over citizenship is this. Number one is you don't have to pay the government the fees. You also don't have the hefty background check fees. There is a check fee, but it's not. You're not going to be paying that hefty background check fee that you do for citizenship purposes. Okay, so that's the big thing. Also, if you do want citizenship, you can get citizenship with a residency option. You have to be here for so many years, and I've gone through other videos on that, and then you can apply for citizenship after that, okay? And then, but it's a great way if you want to build your own house. We've got two lots next to each other right here. Great views overlooking here, the Half Moon Bay area, the ocean. And it's almost like a wind tunnel. I'm hoping that most of the wind is knocked out because I got this windshield, but I tell you, it's really windy out here now. That's one thing here, you will not need air conditioning up here. It's just really nice. all year round here. You get really great breeze. I'm gonna walk down here and just kind of show you. There's our 2 for sale signs. I'm gonna walk around here and show you the. There's a lot of land up here. The lots have been sold. They sold quite a few of these back around 2006, and people are just holding on to them. And these lots have done really well though, year after year after year. And great thing is there's practically no holding cost. Like I mentioned to you before, you're only paying 0.20% per year property tax with a $29,600 US exclusion before that 0.20% kicks in. So what happens is you virtually pay almost no property tax. It's really, really low. And so you can hold it, just invest in it, hold it long term. Great investment in a place that is accumulating more millionaires per capita. In fact, Forbes magazine stated it had more billionaires per capita than any place in the world except for Monaco. And I can see why, because it draws a lot of people because of the no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. All right, this is the national park. I'm gonna try to get away from this sunlight around the cloud here. It's kind of late in the day, but it is a beautiful. You got wild hogs down here, wild goats up on this mountaintop. I used to see them in the crevices. You can go hiking up here. You can see them in the crevices at the very top. And it's just really neat. Great place to go hiking. I'm gonna just kind of walk down here a little bit. And like I said, you can come and set up a business in St. Kitts. Great place to set up a company. You don't have to be here all the time. If you want to set up a business and take off and leave, you can do that. You don't have to be here all the time. In fact, you can set up your house. You want to have a business there, or you want to have it outside, that's fine. Then you can take off and leave if you want, okay? Now, here there's no income tax, but if you're living in the U.S. and you set up a company here and then you go back to the U.S. and you've got U.S. citizenship or you're a U.S. resident, it ain't going to help you tax-wise, okay? You're gonna have to get yourself out long enough to qualify for the foreign overseas exclusion. Okay, look at that view out there. That's the national park. They're never going to build here. So this is the type of view you're going to have in the back. So some people like this view with the Caribbean off in the distance, and then some people like over here where I was just up on that hilltop overlooking the Atlantic, okay? But the views are just knockout up here. And the air is so fresh up here all the time. That's one thing I really like about it. And you can just, but you can come down here, set up your own business without the right to work. When I say work, you can't go and apply for, you know, a job, but you can set up a business. It just depends on what business it is. And because, like I said, if you're not a citizen of St. Kitts, you're coming here just for permanent residency, then, you know, the government's gonna, you're a lot more likely if you're not a citizen and you're coming down here for permanent residency and you want to set up a business, you're a lot more likely to get it granted if you hire Kittitians or Nevisians, okay? I mentioned it on another video about hiring people, but I forgot to tell you, they have to be Kittitians. I just figured that you would know that. They have to be Kittitians or Nevisians to qualify to where you can set up a business here. Now there are cases where you could come down here as a lone horse and you have permanent residency and they will approve your business, okay? It just depends on what it is and your business plan and so forth, okay? Now, if you're coming down here and you're trying to get into something that's protective and you're not a citizen, ain't gonna happen. I told you about the fight I had being a citizen, and I'm gonna tell you something. If you're not a citizen, it's gonna be very difficult to get in certain businesses. Not all of them, just a few select, okay? But you need to know that when you come down. We can help you and work with you on that. But if you're wanting to get your taxes to zero, folks, this is the way to do it, okay? You can do it very quick. If you're tired of socialism, you're just had it, you know, Calling your congressman is not going to do any good. If you want to do it quick, you're going to have to get your butt up and move and do it yourself, okay? And that's the only way you're going to get it solved. You can see those goats right up on that hilltop. They have these holes in the wall, and they burrow and have their babies up there. It's really neat to watch them sometimes. So I'll go by here and I'll see them coming out of the crevices up on the hilltop there. But anyway, this is just another area that I wanted to show you of Half Moon Bay and New Haven. And this is where we've got several lots up here for sale, and this is a really good area. All the homes up here really nice. They keep them up. If you want to know more on this, folks, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care.